Wow, look at that. Look at that hair. Like Joanna Lumley. Wow, that's a profile picture. Anyway, let's stop this. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and I am the owner of the Sugar Bell. Poor perimenopausal brain. Are you laughing at me? I can't even speak. Poor. Yeah. If you've been watching my vlogs, you will know that I have been frantically prepping for my first market of me being the Sugar Bell. And I went to the magical market at the Custard Factory in Birmingham, my wonderful hometown, and you've been watching me prep, get my stall ready, prepare all my equipment, and generally try and do everything whilst juggling my full-time job, whilst being a mother, and finding it really difficult. But hey, that's what we're here for. In this vlog, I struggle, as always. You are going to come along with me to the Custard Factory, where my husband and I set up for the day. We set up on the Friday, and it was lovely, and then we went for some food. I talk a little bit about how I was feeling that night because I had some serious imposter syndrome, and then little snippets of the day at the market and my whole setup, and then how I felt afterwards, and most importantly, what I earned. I've tried to be as honest as I can in this vlog because I think it was really important. I wasn't going to put in the part about the imposter syndrome, but I think it's really important to be transparent because that's exactly how I was feeling and how that compares to how I was feeling after the market. So join me on this first market of the season and how it went. First things first though, I really needed to get myself organised as we'd just been on holiday. And when I got back, I realised I had a lot of organising to do. I'm about to show you how I did that, and I personally think I did really well because, as we know, I forget a lot of stuff, including what I'm saying, but definitely what I need to do. So how I organised myself using my wonderful Munbyn thermal label printer, which was very kindly gifted to me by Munbyn. So let's check out how I organised myself first so I didn't forget anything. So I have just got back from Cornwall and I'm starting to have a tiny little panic about how organised I am. I did do loads before we went away, but I was so tired. I just left everything in a state and left in a hope that it would just get sorted while I was away. Who knows? And the market is fast approaching and I just want to make sure that I'm organised and I've got everything because we know what my brain's like, it doesn't work properly and I 100% will forget everything that I need to. So I'm going to get myself as organised as I possibly can be and I hope that I remember everything. I did print off some price lists that I'm going to stick on the back of my display boards. I used Munbyn thermal label printer to do these because they're perfect because they're just sticky, and I just thought I'd show you what template I used because it's actually really useful. So on the Munbyn app, oh look how cute we are, Munbyn app, I went into their templates. They've got thousands and thousands of templates, but I picked, hold on, templates, and I went into, oh where was it, maintenance? Is it maintenance? I think it was, and I used the checkout instructions one, and then I could just edit. So I'm going to do the same again, but do one for the sides of my boxes so I know what's in there, and then I can just tick them off as I have put the stuff in. And then also when I leave at the end of the day, I'm going to put them back in the same box so I know that I've got everything, because I know what I'm like, I'll leave stuff all over the place. So I'm going to do a little what's in the box list. So what's in each crate, what I need to take with me, tick it off as I go, and then make sure when I'm leaving that's in that box as well. So everything should be organised. So let's make one. So all you do is check the box, double click, and then you can edit. So I've got a power bank, square card reader, charger for iPad. What was the other thing I was going to add? Okay, so I've written my list. All I need to do now is press print and print again. Perfect, there it is. Bluetooth, you are a magical creation. I have no idea how it works, but I can do that from my phone as well, so kind of perfect. But I've used my iPad because my eyes don't work anymore because I'm old. And then I'm going to stick it on the front right here, and I know what's in the box and what needs to be in the box at the end of the day. Oh, I really do think that's going to help my poor perimenopausal brain. Are you laughing at me? I can't even speak. Yeah. So I'm going to do one of those for each of the crates. Then I'm going to go and stick the price lists on the back of the display stands, and then I'm going to feel a little bit more organised. Yes. I use the label printer for loads of stuff. I mean, obviously I use it for printing my orders because these are perfect size for printing postage labels on, and they're waterproof. So obviously then I live in a really rainy country and it doesn't get smudged, but I use them all over the house, like this, like everything. I use it all the time because then it's so easy just to use on the app and then print a label off from there. So to-do lists, shopping lists, I know you can write it on your phone, but if you're like me, you need a physical something, especially what's in this box and what to bring home with you again, instead of always looking at my phone, because usually I can't find my phone either because that's probably in a box somewhere else. So I find that really useful. Another thing I need to do on my label printer, I need to switch up the circle ones and make some QR codes. So switch over the labels from the 4x6 to the round ones. I'm really snotty. And as you put it in, it readjusts itself. It sorts itself out, which is great for me. And it's ready to go. So, my daughter's going to help me. Penny. So I could do this from my phone. You can print QR codes from the app, but I've already got a QR code on my computer ready. So I've just opened a 2" by 2" artboard, which is a square, and I'm going to drop in my QR code, which I think is somewhere in here. And then maybe we could have like a little scan me. Scan me. Change it to my font, and then I'll make that a bit bigger, scan me, and then that should sit inside. Let's have a print it from here. There we go, and I'll show you QR code. Now this is printed on the most lovely glossy paper, and as you can see, that looks absolutely perfect. So this is where I have a little helper to help me. Let me print off loads of these. Penny, I'm just going to print 10 of these off for you too. Can you get me the A4 prints, and then can you stick these on the back for me, sweetheart? Bring them over. Thank you, my angel. So Penny is going to stick these. Thank you, darling. If you stand here, that's it. So if you pop on the back here, you can seal those envelopes with those for me. Thank you. Whoa, you're sticking to mummy. There we go.
Just like that.
Just like that. Okay. So can you put those on the back of every single one for me, please? Okay. Thank you, my angel. But what we need to do first is check that the code works. Let's make sure it works. Linktree. Oh, lovely. And there we go. So you can shop directly from the QR code, and it's got all my other links on as well. So that works perfectly. So yeah, Penny is going to stick all of these on the back of my prints for me, and that just means that, because obviously not everyone's going to take a business card, although I am going to try and push those, they will have access to all of my socials and websites from my prints as well, so that's perfect. And I can print these off in 0.2 seconds. So Penny, can you stick those on the back for me? But we can do that on all the prints actually, so that's a lot of sticking for you, that you cut out for the task.
Yes.
Perfect. Penny, you're a legend. So I've stuck my stickers on the crates, they're organised. Penny's getting on with the social media and links to all of my shops. I don't think I've got time to make bunting. Are we ready, do you reckon, Penny?
Yes.
You think I'm ready for the market?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, darling.
Print enough.
As long as I print enough stuff.
Yes.
I think you're right. I think we're ready. Let's go. So we have just set up at the Magical Market in the Custard Factory, and how was it? It was fine. It was fine. My table could have been bigger, or my stands could have been smaller. Depends whether you're half glass, half full. I'm half full, so the table should have been bigger. But that's fine. It looks lovely. We've got a bit of an issue with stickers. Basically, I feel like crap because I'm having serious imposter syndrome. Like major imposter syndrome. And Matt's trying to make me feel better. And it's working. But I still have it. It's still there. I feel like... How do I feel? Like everyone else is better than me. I haven't got enough things, enough products. I've got all my prints, which is fine, and my pins, and I've got my stickers and cards, but I don't feel like I've got enough stuff, things that people are going to want to buy, and it's making me feel really crap. But that's okay, because like Matt's just said, I'm just starting out, and so I'm not going to have loads of things, and I don't have the money yet to invest in lots of new stock, and I've got loads of ideas, but I don't have the funds to do all of those things yet. So it's coming, and that's okay. But I think when you go to a market and there's some really established sellers there, you're gonna feel a bit like crap. I did meet Tash from Coco Natasha, and she's lovely. I'm a patron of hers, and she was absolutely lovely in real life. I was a bit starstruck actually. And her stand looked amazing, and I just stood there looking at it like, this looks incredible. And then I kind of looked back on my own stand and thought, and so it's really hard not to compare yourself to other people. It's only normal, isn't it? It's only natural to do that. But I'm just fighting that at the minute. I'm fighting those feelings and not feeling good enough and feeling really nervous and apprehensive. I don't know if this will even make the vlog. It's quite negative. Is it negative? No, it's just normal. I think it's a normal feeling. Yeah, it's going to be fine. I hope no one touches my table, because we've left it all set up, and if anyone touches it, it might fall down. We need to get some safety pins. Where can we get those from now? Where the hell are we going to get those from now?
Screwfix.
Okay, will they do big ones?
Potentially.
Can you get me some big safety pins, please?
Potentially.
And because my sign wouldn't hold on with the bulldog clips, and then I just need to make a couple more prints. I think when I put everything on, I realised that I didn't have certain sizes of ones, and especially like a reading one. Anyway, I need to do some of those prints when I get home, and maybe make a few more stickers. And then I think I'm gonna go to bed. No, I need to program my card reader. Then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm panicked. I need to watch something like Harry Potter, and then I'm gonna be okay. Matt's with me, and he's been amazing today and this weekend in general, and he makes me feel safe, so that's okay. Right, we're gonna eat Chinese. We've just got a McDonald's Coke. We're gonna wait for the Chinese to open. First world problems. And then I'm gonna eat Chinese food, make those things, get some safety pins, and then sleep. So I've downloaded the Square app, and I am just able then to, whatever they buy, click on it, click the size, add it, and then it's got it written down, charge £10, and then it comes up, and they can pay on my reader at the front. Amazing.
I could smell the pines when I let you in the doorway. Took the seat next to mine like you've been there before. I'm befriended and in elusive. I could never stand to lose you. I get by when
So let's get into it. Now, I just really, first of all, want to show you my incredible, it's a menu, but it's not a menu. It's my price list that I had made for me by the very talented Gigi at Folk Adopt. I will link her below, obviously. But I just wanted to show you the thing up close because it's so beautiful. Here we go. How incredible is that? Can you just see the ring light in it? So it's acrylic, and it was all of this is engraved. So I can never up my prices now. That's it for life. But that's okay because I love it so much. And that was really useful. That was really useful to have on my markets. Although a lot of people I think just thought it was a print. But when they asked me, I just was like, oh, my price list is there. But a lot of people just looked at it and were like, oh my God, that's beautiful. I know it is. I know it is. How did it go? I loved the magical market. It was so wonderful. I had the best day. It was exhausting, don't get me wrong. The market was 10 till 5 o'clock and it was in 2 sessions. So there was a morning session and then we had a break for lunch and then there was an afternoon session. And come the end of the day, I was so tired. My feet hurt. As some of you might know, I used to be a nurse. I'm used to being on my feet. Now I work in a school. I'm used to being on my feet all day, but there was something a bit more about being on show, talking to so many people, smiling all day, that was just so tiring. And I do think there was quite a bit of build-up as well about me feeling nervous and not being ready, not being good enough. And I think having such a lovely day, maybe it was just like that release of emotions that made me feel, I don't know, so tired when I got home. But all in all, it was just the best day. It was lovely. And there was the most wonderful people there. People that came up to me and just were commenting on my artwork and just saying how lovely it was. Like, did you draw all this yourself? You know, like when they validate you, which I obviously needed that day. And so that was amazing. And then people also that watched my vlogs and came up to me and said hello, and you know who you are if you came up to me that day. And it was so lovely to speak to people who knew all about me, even though I'd never met them. And I hope that I wasn't ridiculous. One thing to note about that day was I was exhausted because I decided to get a really good night's sleep the night before. Obviously you would do. But the world had other ideas because at 3:30 in the morning, my son's electric toothbrush, decided to vibrate around the bathroom, just travel and make the most ridiculous amount of noise. And I did have a slight heart attack because I didn't know what it was. So that woke me up, and then I was awake, like overthinking, constantly overthinking. But what can you do? And then I woke up in the morning with a migraine, threw up, and some of you may have seen me popping pills all day long. That's because I had a migraine and was seeing like sparkles and rainbows, which is lovely, but not ideal for that day. So yeah, if I was weird, I am anyway, but that would have added to it. So just thank you if you spoke to me, if you came up to me. You are amazing and you really made me feel incredible. So thank you. From the bottom of my little heart, thank you very much. The morning was a lot more quiet than, well, no, it wasn't. The morning was quiet for me. It wasn't quiet in general. The tickets are sold out for both. I had sold more prints, and in the afternoon I'd sold loads of stickers. In the end, my stickers and cards were my best sellers, and I sold out of a few prints as well, which really annoyed me actually, because I think, like I said in my prep videos, I had no idea how much to take, how many things to make. I had no idea, so it was really useful for my next markets actually. I sold out of my dairy milks. I sold a lot of custard prints. Obviously we're in the Custard Factory. My dairy milks, if those of you that don't know, Cadbury's factory is in Bourneville in Birmingham, so obviously a lot of people have links to Birmingham. There was a lovely lady who said that she was making her own Birmingham wall and she had loads of prints all about Birmingham, so she took the Custard Factory one, which I just thought was lovely because, you know, it's my hometown and I love it so much. I sold so many different things. There was in the morning was very different to the afternoon, which is crazy really, but the there were so many talented people there and so many wonderful people there. I met Coco Natasha, who is just beautiful and wonderful and lovely and so supportive, and I loved meeting her. Emily Harvey was there and she was lovely. Her stall looked amazing. Liz Harry, she is incredible, and I had a good chat with her, and she's just wonderful. We had met a few years ago when we used to be in the Colourful Company gang together, and we used to do colour walks together, and she's just done amazing, and she's a real inspiration because her artwork is incredible. So I think my imposter syndrome was probably seeing them set up and feeling really like, wow, these are some, these are the big girls in our little world, our little circle, and comparison is an obvious human trait, and that's what I was doing. And I'm so glad I didn't let it get in the way of me having a nice day on the day of my market, because they're wonderful people and really supportive, and that's where they were once, and that's where I am now. So if you're feeling that way, it's normal, it's okay, fight through it, carry on, onwards and upwards. Cost. How much did everything cost? I didn't really add that up. I haven't had time to add everything up, but one thing I'm not going to do is add all my paper and materials like boards and things like that I use every day, because those will sell, so I'm not going to add them onto my market costs. The stall cost me £80, and I spent about £100, I would say, on MDF paint, the acrylic stands and tablecloths, those sorts of things for my table. So £180 is probably the upfront costs for the stall and all the materials that I used that day. But again, the £100 that I spent on materials and stuff, I'm going to be using those for all of my markets. So I don't really want to include those either in my brain. I probably should, but in my brain, I'm not going to include those because I'm going to be using them. The only thing for me was making the £80 table feedback. That was the only thing I really, really had in my head that I wanted to do. So on the day, I made just over £300, which I am over the moon about. That was amazing for me. That's a week's wages for me as a TA made in one day. So that's fantastic. And I don't know how I know other people there will have made thousands, and fair play to them. For me, that was fantastic, and I am so happy. And seeing that money, I used my Square card reader, and when it got transferred into my bank account, I was overjoyed. My best sellers were my die cut stickers, my sticker sheets, my cards, and my 5x5 print. No, my A4 prints were the next best seller, which I thought, I was going on my online shop, my Etsy and my Shopify, my best sellers on there are my 5x5 and my 6x6 prints. So it's completely opposite. So I have absolutely no idea how you work sort of those things out. I think people do pick up like stickers and cards as they walk past, just as like little bits, or they just want to support you, which is amazing. And all of those add up. So I think I made about like £100 just off stickers and sticker sheets, which is amazing. And I'm so glad I took them, because I hadn't actually got them on display. I didn't display my sticker sheets in the end. I just had them behind the counter, and someone actually said to me, do you have any sticker sheets, because it was on my menu. And I got them out, and they bought loads, so I left them on the table, and then people just kept picking them up and buying them. So lots of lessons learned for my next markets. My next market is the Blue Moon Market on the 30th of November in Moseley, and I am also at the Midlands Makers Market, the Midlands Makers Winter Market on the 8th of December in Leicester. So that's only 4 or 5 weeks away. So that gives me lots of opportunities now to use what I've learned from the magical market to put into action for those markets. The main things I have learned are I need to have my logo on my display boards, because even though I had the signage made, a lot of people obviously need something on their eye level. So I could see them looking like, who is she? Who is she? Who is she? And what are her details. My business cards were on the table, but I think I need more branding. I had my little, those things, but they're not big enough. So I'm going to cut out a vinyl, the Sugar Bell, to stick on my display stands, just so they're branded, and perhaps even print off a logo and stick it on the caging at the back so you can see from all angles who I am. That was number one. Number two, I need some housing for my sticker sheets without them flopping at the back. So I'm going to find something online to put those in. Number three was definitely update my Square app. I think I showed briefly how I set up almost like a till with an inventory, so I knew exactly what I'd sold using Square, and that was really, really useful. So I need to add all my stock onto there and also print more stuff. I needed more stuff, I think, and probably some Christmas themed things too, because that's obviously we're approaching Christmas. So just checking the time, I'm going to leave for work in 20 minutes. What else did I learn? What else did I learn? I always learn things. Not to feel scared. Those are the things that I'm going to do moving forward for my next markets. One more thing before I go is my plans. So obviously I want to branch out, make bigger things. I've got too many ideas in my head and it hurts, my brain aches from all the ideas, but I want to make acrylic decorations. So I'd love to have my biscuits made into acrylic and threaded onto bunting, or hanging decorations. That's what's in my brain. I need to make them, or rainbows, or tea cakes, those sorts of things I want to have made. So I found a company, I've got in touch with them. I'm going to get some samples of their acrylic and then get a sample made, and that excites me. I did nearly press purchase on a laser, which is ridiculous that I moan about money and then nearly spent thousands of pounds on a laser. I don't have any room for a laser machine. I decided it would have had to have gone on the kitchen table. Ridiculous. Sarah, you are ridiculous. But still I am fighting the urge to buy that laser because I want to make all the things in the world and I think they would be incredible. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to follow the normal process that normal people would and, you know, make some money, get bigger, get a bigger place, get bigger stuff, expand. I'm not going to be ridiculous and spend £6,500 on a laser, although I do want to. So I found a company that are going to make those for me. I'm going to get a sample made. They also do UV acrylic printing, so I'm going to email them today. I think Oliver, I'm sorry that I'm so annoying. I've asked Oliver, poor Oliver, 1,000,001 questions and he's got more headed his way today. Also, I wanted to buy every single colour of acrylic samples. I'm fighting the urge to not buy every single colour of the acrylic samples actually, just because I like colour samples and swatches. You know, I love them, paint samples. I really love them. And I just want to make like a display. I don't need them all, I only need some reds. I don't want to just have reds, I want to have all of the colours. So I'm fighting the urge to buy all the samples. I don't need, Sarah, you do not need 70 samples of acrylic colours. You don't. I'm going to speak to Oliver today, but that's my plan, to have acrylic decorations. I love the wooden ones as well. I love the wooden decorations, but I love acrylic the most because it's shiny and luscious. So I'm going to get some biscuit decorations made. I'm going to get some tea cake decorations made, turn them into bunting, turn them into hanging decorations, and go from there. That's my next plan. So on my next vlog, hopefully, you should see the design process of that, how I set up my files, and the actual physical thing that comes. That is enough wittering on from me. I'm going to go to work now. What a joy. Hopefully there's no saucepans thrown at my head today. Don't talk about it, it's fine. So I'm going to go to work now. Thank you so much for watching my vlog. Please do like and subscribe if you like this content. As I've said before, it really does help me. And please leave me a message. If you have got to the end, please leave a comment. I love to hear from you. I love to hear your views, your opinions. I take it all on board, things that you say to me so I can learn and so I can grow. And I really appreciate that. So please don't ever stop. I love you all very much. That's everything from me and see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
so high. Never thought I'd have it all. Floating somewhere in the sky. And I don't think I'll ever fall. Hold on, don't let go of me yet. Don't want it to end, just stay right here. Hold on, don't let this slip away. 'Cause I don't know anybody quite like you. You can lift me up, and the truth is I'm falling. I'll be there till I'm gone. I don't need anybody, only you can lift me up, and the truth is I'm falling. Oh, 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 oh. I'll be there till I'm gone. Funny when I'm looking back, every single photograph never fails to make me smile. Hold on, don't let go of me yet. Don't want it to end, just stay right here. Hold on, don't let this slip away. 'Cause I don't know anybody quite like you. You can lift me up, and the truth is I'm falling. I'll be there till I'm gone. I don't need anybody, only you can lift me up, and the truth is I'm falling. Oh, 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 oh. I'll be there till I'm gone. I'll be there till
So we made it to Cornwall. We're just going on a lovely walk. We are in Land's End.
I'll be there till
So we're just walking down, aren't we? Just having a little walk. There's the sea. All around us. We're just in heaven. Heaven, aren't we? Robin, are we in heaven?
I'll be
Yeah.
there till I'm
Yeah.
gone. I don't know anybody quite like you. You can lift me up, and the truth is I'm falling. I'll be there till I'm gone. I don't need anybody, only you can lift me up, and the truth is I'm falling. I'll be there till I'm gone.